Oh, I love it when you do me like that. I've been the whole time. Me the shivers.
No,
Did you just sit here and say that my daughter looks miserable, so maybe we should put Kalani in her place?
No, I never said that.
Yes, you most certainly did.
No, I didn't, dingbat. Listen, I said, Brooke, is your mother
Get your finger
Do you
out
want to
of
be
my face, girls. Out.
I want someone to love me.
Repeat after me. Okay. If it's not perfect, on the first try, it's a learning opportunity and I get to try again. It's trash, I'm trash, and I am never trying that again. No!
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dress up like a moose.
Tell me you have a mare, without telling me you have a mare.
Is this my house? Answer, please. He is my neighbor, Nur Sultan Tuliakbay. Spelling my assholes. I get a window from a glass, he must get a window from a glass. I get a step, he must get a step. I get a clock radio, he cannot afford. Great success.
Hey, let me get him in. Hey, let me get one too. Hey, let me hold him. Yeah, you get that right there. What the dog doing?
So Lovey uses wraps up front because when he trots, he actually hits this hoof inside out. So we use these wraps to protect him from that. So the biggest thing with your wrap, you don't want it loose. Now I'm going to leave a tab here. So when I come around, I'm going to pull that tab down. And I like to push against them as I go. You don't want it too loose because they'll slide off. You don't want it too tight because you can cut off circulation or bow a tendon. So every time you go down, it wants to be the exact same amount each way down. And one of the important parts is right here. I'm going to go under and right there. That's going to give him some extra support. I'm going to cover my bump. And same thing, distance all the way back up. Your wrap should end where it begins. Nice and snug, but not too snug. Okay, so Lovey will sit in his nebulizer for 20 minutes and that turns itself off. And so we're gonna go to a stall for a minute. I designed my barn specifically for Lovey actually, so that all my stalls are in and outs. Because he'll need to be outside as much as possible. I leave a stall open so he doesn't get too hot in the sun. A horse with heaves, their body temp's very important. They run hot, so he is full body clipped all year round to keep his body temp down because they get very, very hot. I take the hose every day and I will spray down his stall just to prevent dust in the shavings, because dust in the shavings are not good for Lovey. I also will spray down the walls to get rid of dust. And before people ask, yes, all my horses have stuffed animals, brought to you by my daughter. Lovey loves his Winnie. Okay, so my poultice is soaked. And it's just like a regular wrap. You want to wrap it the same direction as the tendons. Now this is nice and warm. She don't like it. Tough. Put your leg down. Okay. So it's very wet, and that's great because as it dries, it's going to become hardened like a cast. So the paper's over it. Regular poultice you'd slap on, and then you'd have to put paper over it. These that I buy come with it. Now we're going to do a standing wrap. And do not do standing wraps unless you've been taught, because you can do a lot of damage with a standing wrap because there's no give to them like a polo wrap. A polo wrap is more stretchy. These are very tight. They're more of a nylon material. So be careful with your standing wraps. So same thing as I do with my polos. I'm going to leave a little bit of a tab over here. You can't really see it. Go over it. And this is just going to keep it in place. I don't want it to go too tight. You can really cut off circulation with these, so be careful.
I just wake up, always fucking ballin', get the paper. Mission started base, we going way up. Even in the morning, moon rays shooting like a bullet. Star signs racing, but I never catch the warnings. Swear shorty got it, she a goddess, honest. Made me really want her, she just bad as fucking gorgeous. Back up in the cosmos, I just need a call. Oh, hoping she don't ask me for a statement, I be back in Hades, got the space good for Mercedes. Feel like Odyssey, we flying back to Mars.